Welcome back to Brakefade's Drive My Car. Today we have a special guest on the show, our 2025 Make-A-Wish winner. You have got this gorgeous 2019 Camaro SS. So tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so oddly enough, when they first introduced this new front fascia, I really was not the biggest fan of it, especially with the fact that they put the bow tie and the bumper as opposed to the grille. So they gave this new look for 2019 and everyone just hated it. And so for all models after 2019, they moved the bow tie into the grille. Now, oddly enough, I never liked the pictures of this car when it came out. I thought it was ugly. I thought it was just, it was too crazy, too weird. But when I drove past this at a Nissan dealership, I made the mistake of doing a test drive with it.
I've been there.
And that's really why I have this car.
Yeah.
And you know what? The thing that I used to hate about it is actually the thing I actually do like about it, because this is actually a functional air intake. It's not just for looks and everything, although it does look kind of neat. But the fact that this is the only model here that has this, I feel like that this is going to differentiate it from all the other Camaro models that have come out.
Yeah, because in the 2020, they moved it up to here.
Yes.
And that reminds me a lot of like what they were doing with the second gen Camaros.
Yes.
Second gen, you had almost every single year had something new and different. And it was really, really cool to see.
Yeah. Yeah. So I used to, you know, think it was ugly, but I actually think it's probably one of the most unique parts about the car. I mean, speaking about the front fascia in general, like they actually have functional air ducts here that will direct the air to the brakes in the car. Like everything on here is functional.
Yeah.
Like this is to release the heat from underneath the hood.
So that is functional?
Yeah, it's
functional.
yeah,
I see that.
Yeah, so like it's not fake. It's not something that they just added on for looks or anything.
It's not a Type R.
No, it's not a Type R. Although the new Type R, they cleaned it up a little bit and made it nicer. The one that I had, which was a 2017, it was all kinds of crazy. But this does not have any front splitter or anything. It's just bone stock. It doesn't get any more stock than this. To my knowledge, this is just the regular SS trim. There's cloth seats, no real luxury features of anything, but at the end of the day, I didn't buy this for the luxury features. I bought it for the drivetrain, which is what we're going to be able to get into later on.
Now, I had a 2010 Camaro SS. It was a 2SS model, and that had the LS3 engine in it, which is a legendary engine by this point. But at this point, they're doing the LT4, right?
I know it's a 6.2 liter. We can pop the hood and check it out real quick. But no, it is probably one of the nicest sounding engines I've ever had the pleasure of driving.
Where did they put it on this one?
That's what she said. That's what she said. That's what she said.
Wait, is it down here?
No. I'll do it for you.
You have to caress it really gently.
No, get your hand out of there. There it is. Right there.
Ah.
Yeah. So here's the 6.2 liter. I really honestly couldn't be more happy with the horsepower and torque that it makes. And it's just, I don't know, it's just an amazing car to drive, honestly. Plenty of working room too to get to different stuff too if you need to.
It's a very clean engine bay. And it does have this plastic cover on top, but it's very minimal compared to what they do a lot these days. And so you still get to see a lot of what makes this, engine so beautiful.
Probably one of my favorite aspects about this car are the 20-inch rims. I love the fact that they came in black. I've never been a fan of silver rims. I've always liked blacked out rims, and especially when you clean them up and everything, just the gloss and everything just really makes them pop and everything like that.
And is it the same size rim front to rear?
No, so these are actually wider at the back, so you unfortunately can't rotate them, but it's okay.
So same diameter, but they're wider.
Yes, they're wider in the back than they are in the front, which honestly, as far as the balance and the way that they've tuned this thing, it's very difficult to get this car to break traction.
Really?
Yeah, for the way that they've optimized it with the larger rears in the rear. I mean, it makes it a lot more confidence building whenever you're driving it, especially if you're really wanting to gun it. You can, and you don't have to worry so much about spinning out.
Chevy probably has the best traction control.
Yeah,
between my Camaro, my Colorado, they just will not lose grip almost no matter what I do if I've got that on.
And it doesn't feel like that it's limiting you. Like it doesn't feel
Yeah.
like you can't really tell that it's cutting the power.
Yeah.
And even when I have tried turning traction control off, and even with traction control off, it is still difficult to get this thing to brake traction.
Really?
Yes, I've purposely tried to throw the rear end out, and it's difficult.
That's impressive.
That's nice because you want as much control as you can get.
And-
The trunk doesn't have as much space. The 5th gens have more space in these areas over here, but it's decent enough. And the seats fold down, so you can throw some stuff in there too.
Yeah, you might want to remove that so that nobody can get out of there. The taillights as well are very beautiful on this year. So the 6th gens, of course, the very first year, the 2016, start off with a much more inline taillight.
Like a Camaro, or not, almost a Corvette-looking design. With
Yeah,
the taillight.
sort of, almost like the C7s in a
Yeah.
way. But I love how they went back to separating it out to 2 kind of distinct clusters of taillights. And was that new for 2019? I can't remember when they implemented
Yeah,
this.
that would be new for 2019 because the 2016 through 2018 is the same 6th-gen refresh, and then they did a second refresh in 2019.
Yeah.
The fact that these are all also LED, like headlights, taillights, everything's LED. There's no incandescence anywhere.
Yeah.
Looks really good at night.
Something I've been very impressed with this car on as well is the exhaust for being a stock car.
Yeah.
It sounds so good.
Yeah, it's
you haven't
very
done anything to that, have you?
No, I have not done a single thing to the exhaust. The thing that I love about it is you can get it to sound good at higher RPMs, but if you want to just cruise, then you can just cruise and not have to have that overwhelming engine noise. Because that's the one thing that people do. They straight pipe it and they go tearing down the road, and everyone and their neighbor can hear them. I like my neighbors, and I want them to like me too. So, there's a relationship that has to establish based off what kind of exhaust you get.
It's the first time you ever wanted anybody to like you. All right, so this is a push to start, and it has a theft control device.
Absolutely.
Meaning it's a manual. I love that rumble.
Yes,
That
very,
big
very
6.2 rocking it side to side.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Let's give it a go.
Oop, parking brake.
Oh, you leave that on, don't you?
Yeah. You push the brake on and just hit that.
Oh no!
Yeah, I don't like the button. I would
It's
really
a button parking
I would
brake.
really much rather be able to just pull on something as opposed to pushing a button to make it stop.
Button parking brakes is something that nobody actually likes. So car manufacturers, please pull back the pull. I would even prefer the pedal.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with the pedal too.
So does this have the same 6-speed that was in the 5th gen, or have they changed that for the 6th gen?
I am not exactly sure. I have to double check that. I wouldn't not be surprised if it's similarly just updated, because with different engine configurations and transmissions, they might have similar internals, but the programming might be different. Everything.
Sure.
I think the last V8 that I drove before this was a C7 Corvette, and that was the 7-speed.
Okay.
And now, oddly enough, the throws are very similar, which makes sense. It's a Chevrolet transmission and everything, but I don't know, something about this is far more practical. I mean, that 7th gear in the Corvette, I never used it.
Right.
Yeah, it was a rental car. I drove it for a few days, and it was great. It was fun and everything. But the infotainment was a little outdated, it being a C7. This infotainment, honestly, to me, it sounds better and everything.
And being a C7, that probably would have been like, what, a 2016 or so?
It was a 2019 C7.
Oh, okay, so same year.
Yeah.
But that would have had the same LT4 as this.
Yeah, no, it was, honestly, it was a really fun car, but I just like this better. It's just, I don't know. There's something different, despite the fact that they might have similar engines. Like, it's uniquely a Camaro, and it's I don't know. I'm not a Corvette guy. Never have been.
Really?
Yeah, I like them as cars, and there's not something like, that doesn't mean I would never own one in the future, but I just really like Camaros in particular. My dad had one growing up, and he still has it. It's the one he drove in high school. So
the way this sits is really, really nice.
Yeah.
Let's get out on the road here. speed limit's a little low here, so we won't get in too hard.
Yeah, we already got to the speed limit. Like,
yeah, like first gear, I'm just boom, I'm there.
Yeah.
But man, this thing, it pulls so well. And to your point, it has like no grip loss, nothing.
No.
I mean, it's very impressive. So in comparison to the 5th gen, which I keep going back to just because I've owned one of those and it was a previous generation, what I will say is the way that this sits is entirely different.
Yeah.
Because this is far more sport car, which is not an uncommon knowledge. It's not uncommon knowledge right now that this is far more sports car than the 5th gen was.
Yeah.
But when you just sit in it, the drastic difference is so obvious. I mean, this hugs you a lot more like a sports car. The way it rides is far more like a sports car, whereas the 5th gen, it has a lot of more of that kind of old school American, I'm not going to say land yacht, but it doesn't feel like it feels like you're closer to an old school muscle car.
Oh yeah,
this feels far more like you're closer to a Corvette.
Yeah. And as far as interior goes, this has to be my favorite interior.
I like this interior a lot.
It really, like, the design of the air vents, the way that they integrated the screen into the dash, like so many things, very much like your Colorado, it was designed to be in the dash, not stuck to the dash.
Right.
If that makes sense.
And it's not all through the touchscreen.
No, and you know, like, this does have Apple CarPlay. I'd have to hook it up to the USB, which oddly enough is very strange. There's a USB right here outside of the glove box, and there's another one inside the glove box, but there's no pass-through for the cable.
Oh, okay.
And the only way to get Apple CarPlay is if you run it into the glove box.
Gotcha.
So, but the thing about it is I don't really use Apple CarPlay that much. The Bluetooth works just as fine for listening to podcasts and Spotify and everything. So I just use that, and it works very well.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but the air controls are through the vents dials, right?
Yeah,
there, right?
so right there, this one right here controls the temperature, and then this one here controls the speed. One of the things I will say about this vehicle, being down here in LA, Lower Alabama, it gets painfully hot during the summer, and this has the best AC of any car that I've ever owned. And I've owned a lot of cars. It truly gets cold. I don't even understand how it gets cold so quick. It's very remarkable.
Well, and I tell you too, we were talking in the video about the Colorado about GM interiors, and I really love what they've done with this interior. It feels nice and high end. Sure, it's not excessively unique as far as like special materials or anything like that. It's still, you know, the same GM plastics and stuff, but it's so well buttoned together. It's not GM of the early 2000s or the 90s.
Yeah, no. I mean, everything in here is solid. It's tight. It's there's not an excess of loose parts. I mean, there's some things that happen like this, but
if you want to complain,
I had to do that. I'm sorry. I love doing that.
That's like somebody who can like pop their jaw out of socket.
Yeah, I don't even know why it's so easy to come off, but it is.
But if you want to complain about a Camaro interior, you are absolutely justified going to the Catfish or the 3rd gen.
Yeah.
Both of those, not great at all.
Yeah, no. Many of the issues with the 3rd gen, which is actually one of my favorite body styles. Like the later years of the 3rd gen, preferably 92. I think that 92 is the last year of the 3rd gen. It just has a great look, and it really fits the time period. The main thing about those is their dashes will literally split in the center, and it's just a design flaw. Normally, if you see one that's got really high mileage, you'll see a split right down the center of the dash.
Yeah, luckily splitting dashes is really only a thing of like 20 years or older.
Yeah, that doesn't really happen
in
anymore.
a modern Dodge.
Stellantis.
You Dodge owners know what I'm talking about.
Stellantis.
Now it's super cool too. You still have physical gauges, which I love, but then you've got 4 of them in digital. This has paddle shifters on the wheel.
Yes, it does.
What the heck are those for?
It is literally to turn off and on auto rev matching.
Really?
Yeah. Have you tried auto rev matching?
I have not.
Okay, so hit the button. Okay, so it's on now. So you're in 2nd right now. If you were if you go into 3rd and then you go back into 2nd, it'll rev it up for you. So go into third, you go back to second, go into second. There you go. See how it did that?
Wow.
Yeah. So that right there, honestly, sometimes I normally leave the auto rev match feature on when I'm driving the city because it just makes it so much easier to drive.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's halfway between having a manual and an automatic almost.
yeah. So it really, again, it's just a nice little extra feature, and that's standard on all Camaros. That's not a special thing with the 6th gen. That's just something that came with it. The Type R that I drove, the 2017 Type R, it had auto rev matching, but it was a menu option that you had to like go into the menu and turn off. This one is literally just a button.
Now, is it does it degrade your performance at all?
Not to my knowledge. I think it enhances your performance.
That is interesting.
It's not going to change anything when you're upshifting. It's really when you're downshifting. So go into downshift in a second right now.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're coming down to a stop, that's super, super nice. It's so hard to beat a manual transmission, and I mean, we don't have another generation of the Camaro, which is excessively sad. I will take an automatic Camaro if it means we still get one, but at least the Camaro went out on a high with having something like a manual transmission.
I mean, I would say that, but if Chevy pulls a Prelude, then I would say I would rather not have it.
This is very true.
For any auto manufacturers, do not pull a Prelude.
Yeah.
Just don't do it.
That needs to be the official term. Do not pull a Prelude. Like, oh my gosh, I don't even want to review that car. It looks so bad.
I mean,
we'll review it.
It looks good. It's a beautiful car. It's just I wouldn't want to drive it.
Having a big V8 like this without a cam kit is very, very nice.
Yeah.
I had a big cam in my Camaro, and it just made daily driving an absolute pain.
Yeah.
Whereas this, I feel like I could actually go into some traffic and not be in bad shape.
Yeah, absolutely. No, you can really I mean, with any manual transmission, you get stuck in traffic, it's gonna stink. That's just the nature of the beast. I mean, you could be driving a 4-cylinder in traffic with a manual and it stink. But this car, they designed it in such a way, I feel like, to where it's very livable. I would not say it's the most practical vehicle at all, but it's quite fun.
Oh yeah, I mean, it is really, really fun. Now, you say that you daily drive this car.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What is that like on a daily basis?
Well, the drive from home to work is 40 minutes, and it's mostly highway.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really have to worry about stop and go traffic until the end of the workday, but even then I know shortcuts to get around where everything gridlocks.
Sure.
So it really, honestly, I mean, this is a wonderful cruiser on the highway. Like, it's quiet. I don't have to really worry about, I mean, forget about gas mileage. This is not part of the conversation at all. Like, it's not bad, honestly. Like, I normally get 18 or 19 miles to the gallon.
Okay.
Which, considering, what V8s are historically known for, it is pretty darn good.
Yeah.
I know some V6 Nissans that only get 16 miles to the gallon. So there's that to be said.
Yeah.
But daily driving it, it's got very comfortable seats. I've never been a fan of leather seats personally. They just get really hot in the summertime. Cloth is perfectly fine. It's just as durable. It feels just as good. And
yeah, hot take, I actually would prefer to have cloth over leather.
yeah, leather to me it's just overrated. I get it that it's a luxury thing that they'll have and they'll upsell in cars. And granted, if I had, if I got a 1SS or 2SS with the cooled and heated seats, they would be leather. And for the sake of, getting the cooled seats, I'd be like, okay, that's fine, But
yeah, in LA we definitely need cooled seats.
Yes, we do. It gets really hot down here.
Oh yeah.
But daily driving it is great. I really want to take this on a long trip, like an interstate trip, because I mean, cruising at 6th gear at 75, 80 miles an hour, you're only at like maybe 1500 RPM.
Mm-hmm.
So it just really is great for cruising on the highway.
Yeah, that's impressive.
I would not. I mean, if I did track this car, I would probably do some stuff to it, but I have no intention of doing that because this was designed for the street. And I mean, you could take it on a track, absolutely. And I mean, I'm sure that there's plenty of different things you could do to make it handle better and that sort of thing, stiffen up the ride. But all the cars that I've driven that were track ready, for the most part, are not easy to drive on the street.
Sure.
Just like an everyday.
Well, and this car's got a really stiff suspension already.
Yeah.
And, you know, hitting the bumps and everything, you feel that it's a sports suspension.
Oh yeah, you feel it, but it's not gonna beat you up. Like the Type R that I had came stock with 20-inch rims, and that car was terrible until I got 18-inch rims.
Right.
Like, I actually got smaller rims, and it made it ride so much better. They say money can't buy happiness, but I say it actually can.
Money can't buy happiness, but it can buy a Camaro. As you can tell, Jesse is excessively single. That was a blast to drive. I absolutely love the 6th gen Camaros. And the 2019, I mean, it's a lot of facial changes over any of the other years of the 6th gen, but they dialed in this car so well. And I think you've got a gorgeous car here. Well, that does it for this episode of Brakefade's Drive My Car. Thank you guys so much for watching. If there's anything else you would like to see on the channel, let us know in the comments below, but we will catch you next time.